What's good, YouTube? It's your boy ETGJ. And next up, we got Caitlin Clark getting defended by Stephen A. on First Take. Let's get it.
Welcome back into First Take. We're going to pick up our conversation about Caitlin Clark being snubbed from the Olympic roster. And Chene, I want to allow you to respond first.
Oh, what is the premise?
So basically, just basically picking up where we left off, to essentially to Stephen A's sentiment about the marketing, and then basically you and Andrea saying the integrity of the game, and that's where the decision making comes from USA Basketball.
Shannon. And what Shannon had asked you as well.
Yeah.
Janae, can I say this? Can I go?
Who is a
Janae.
fan.
Stephen A wearing a white polo.
Yeah, go ahead.
With
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I want to say this.
chain on the outside of the collar of the button up is crazy.
Then I'm going to be done, and I'm going to let you and Andrea take it over from here. Every woman that's on this team, the 12 women that were selected, are very, very deserving. To make a long story short, and I'm sorry that I went long and I was very, very passionate, I believe that the U.S. women's basketball team missed a golden opportunity to bring their most marketable player and have her on the biggest stage for the world to see. That is my only point. I'm sorry that I was passionate and I brought a lot of other topics into this to make my point. I believe the biggest woman star basketball player in the world, as far as eyes and far as dollars, would have been a big help
Would she have been a
to
big help
women's
to the
basketball.
team, though?
That's it. Y'all take it over from here.
Yeah, I think the context, the lens through which you're trying to see is the same, Shannon, because I don't want to get things confused here. I would have loved to see Caitlin Clark on this squad because I am a fan of women's basketball and I know what she does when she shows up, when the lights are on and the eyes of the world are there, because literally that's what the Olympics is. But are we okay with seeing her on the bench? Are we okay with the constant narrative and the questions and the expectations of what do we have to see her do on the court for us to feel satisfied for watching these games? I think a lot of people are not thinking about the idea that, are we setting Caitlin Clark up for success? Because what you want to see probably will not happen. She is on a roster full of players that she has not played with, up against competition who, as Andrea has said, has been playing together for years in a game that is 10 times as physical. I know this personally. I played in Italy. I played in China. My sister played in China. She played in multiple years in Russia.
Got in the league, which most rookies don't. But that's just even most rookies don't make the USA team. You know what I'm saying? Like, and honestly, I don't think she's there yet. I don't think she's there yet. I think she's a very marketable player in the league right now. I think it's a lot of eyes on her. A lot of people know who Caitlin Clark is. I'm not an avid WNBA watcher. I've watched a few games, couple college games, especially that LSU Iowa game, but I just don't see the point of her being on that team if she's going to ride the bench. And there's other girls on that team that are there to win. They trying to get like they 7th or 8th gold medal. You know what I'm saying? Like, we already got our team together. We know who we're going to play with. We know how to play with these other women. So why are we bringing her up here? You know, and Shannon Sharp, Stephen A, man, they have some good takes sometimes, man, but sometimes, man, they give the old coon takes that's like, you work for Disney, bro. You work for ESPN, which is Disney. We know the agenda. We know that we're going to keep it a buck. We know the whites. They love Caitlin Clark. They love everybody in the comments saying, she should have made the team. She should have, they holding her. Bro, it's the whites. I'm sorry. People that really know ball, they don't even know ball really. They just spewing these unrealistic ass expectations. Even if she did make the team, bro, she's not going to like really be playing and balling. She not balling right now in the regular season. So it's like, come on, man. And that's gonna be my last take. I'm gonna let the video go on. Not my last take, but I'm gonna let the video go on. She been
Russia. You go overseas, the fouls are different, the referees are different, and overall the competition is very different, and even the ball is different. Does anyone care about setting her up for success so that when the eyes of the world are on her, she can thrive? Have you seen what she has looked like right now? You know, in shoot-arounds from game to game. They played 11 games in 21 days. They finally got some rest. Are we thinking about the potential rest that could benefit her finishing the WNBA season strong? Are we thinking about a potential debut in LA in 4 years when she has built that chemistry, has played in all the qualifying tournaments, has built up the equity within the WNBA and the international Olympic body? Like, you have to think about those types of things too, to me, that really would help set the game for longevity, not just the moment that we all want to see.
Stephen A., can I ask you a question real quick? Stephen A., I want to ask you a question. Is there any part of you that feels like, okay, you can go last, then I'll ask it to Shannon, but it's to you and Shannon. Is there any part of you, to their point, that you feel like this could actually, one, hurt Caitlin Clark because she's not in a position to succeed, and also hurts the integrity of the game in women's basketball if people are getting spots when they're undeserving? If you don't want to go, Shannon can take it.
I'll take it. I'll look at it like this, Molly. What better way is to get chemistry is to have Caitlin Clark, so these women, because we didn't talk about the Christine Brennan report that she had in USA Today, if I'm not mistaken, and talking about how some of the vets might have felt had Caitlin Clark not got the minutes that many people think she deserves. Think about the narratives and the questions. Narratives and questions are because we have people watching. Tell me the time that we've led the show that we've had this many conversations, a 30-minute block, a 40-minute block last week, talking about the WNBA. And we're talking about it for one reason. Let's not pretend ourselves. Let's not kid ourselves, guys. We want the integrity of the game, but if you want it to grow, you better have your most marketable players. That's why the first person when 1992, Stephen A., the very first person they reached out to was who? Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Because they understood the most popular player needed to be on the biggest stage. We'll take anybody else.
And I like the podcast. I like Club Shay Shay, but Jordan was Jordan. Like, that nigga was Jordan. Everybody know Jordan was Jordan, and nigga, like, he was out there balling. So he was the best player on his team the whole year, all of that, bro. Come on, man.
It comes along, we gladly have Scotty and Charles and Malone and Ewing and Robinson. We love to have them, but we need that big dog. You need her, because she has more eyes watching her, talking about her, the jerseys being set. I don't believe, I mean, come on. Y'all make it seem like y'all gonna put like women in college on the team. Come on, ladies. Like I said, I believe if you put her out there and let people see that she's like really a great young lady, and that, you know, like, hey man, she ain't trying to big time us. She doesn't think she's better than us because she has all these marketing dollars and everybody is talking about her. Man, she's one of the ladies. She's one of the homies. Let's kick it. Let's embrace her.
No one thinks that right now. I don't think anyone is jealous of the marketing dollars or the eyeballs. But go ahead, Andrea.
I don't want to jump. I don't want to go ahead, Andrea, because I want to stay on topic before we go. No. Oh no, I'm gonna go last, Andrea. Go ahead and speak.
Stephen A. giving sassy a little bit.
I understand that you all. I understand the marketing perspective, but Shannon, in terms of building camaraderie, you can do that at the World Cup. You can do that at the Pan American Games. You could do that at a qualifying tournament. There are other opportunities to build Caitlin's chemistry with all of these women. You know when the best opportunity to do that is? At the All-Star Game. The All-Star Game is fun. The All-Star Game is enjoyable. The All-Star Game is an opportunity for you to get to know each other. That's what the All-Star Game is for. This is the Olympics. Go look at pictures from Team USA when they played in Beijing. That arena was packed They showed up to watch those women because those women are making history. And what I would challenge everyone to do that is now refusing to watch the Olympics apparently is maybe you should tune in to see what these other women are capable of and what Caitlin is going to be and what Caitlin will play with eventually. And why don't you look at some of these younger players, some of these first-time Olympians that are going to be the leaders on the next Olympic team when Caitlin is a part of that team potentially. Like, I understand what you all are saying, but it is so short-sighted. Caitlin has been playing basketball nonstop since November. A break could be appreciated, and the worst thing you would want is something to happen to Caitlin where she can't finish out the WNBA season. I know you all want to grow this game so quickly, but I don't know how dollars from TV deals watching the Olympics translates from dollars from TV deals watching the WNBA.
Watch the Olympics.
We're going to continue to grow the game and the W as people tune in to watch Caitlin.
Or like maybe some swimming or weightlifting or something like that, bro. Niggas don't even watch WNBA. Like them, if you want men to watch the WNBA, then watch the league, bring attention. Like, we need to see. Honestly, we need the women to be. We need our girls, our girlfriends and wives. Hey, babe, like, I want to watch the Fever play. I want to watch the New York Liberty play. I want to see Caitlin Clark. I want to see Juju Smith. If women start, because men naturally start the motion towards what the women like. That's why niggas like Drake, because women like Drake. Niggas love Drake because the women love Drake. So it's the same thing with basketball. Women start saying, I want to go to the game. I want to get her jersey. I want to get her shoes. I want to wear her jersey with nothing under it. Niggas gonna be like, hey, who jersey is that? Hey, Clark. Hey, for sure. Hey. So I get what she's saying. I also get where Shannon and Stephen A is coming from. Where it is a marketing opportunity. It's business. But we don't do this with the NBA. Because MJ was MJ. His rookie year, he was that dude. His first, second season, he was that dude. You know what I'm saying? So.
Caitlin in the W. And her rest and the potential dynamo finish to the season that she could have could grow the game more on the back end than anything else.
What? Go ahead, Stephen A. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm not going to mention his name, but I had somebody that's well-renowned in this business, in this journalism business, use the word tragic. Andrea, he used the word tragic.
You could have made that
to describe
you could have made
what
that
you're
whole
expressing.
That's probably not even a
there
real person.
is an absence in what you're saying of the big picture. You went on a soliloquy just minutes ago talking about how you're not willing to compromise your integrity. Nobody is talking about individuals compromising their integrity. We don't have to go there. I'm not compromising my integrity. Shanae isn't, you ain't, Shannon ain't, nobody. That's not what this subject is about. This is about history and what history has shown us and our willingness to open our eyes and pay attention to the reality, not to utopia, not to what we want something to be, but what it actually is. You lose me, Shanae loses me, and any human being is going to lose me when we're literally focusing on the content or the quality of a roster without bringing up the fact that one individual, a two-time champion, a national champion on the collegiate level, one of the greatest players to ever play in NBA history by the name of Isaiah Thomas, was left off the original Dream Team. Isaiah Thomas. You've got to be kidding me. It was a travesty what they did to him. They put John Stockton on the squad. I know he's a Hall of Famer. I know Isaiah introduced him. I know they're buddies. But that was highway robbery. Anybody with two eyes that watch the NBA knows that is one of the biggest crimes in the history of Olympic competition. There is no reason why Isaiah Thomas should not have been on that, off of that team outside of certain players not wanting him on there. My point is this. It was still done. Why? Because as Shannon highlighted, the ultimate appeasement was aimed in the direction of another brother by the name of Michael Jordan. It's how it goes. And we said it last week. And I personally got accused of not promoting the WNBA more by our lovely colleague, Monica McNutt. No problems with her whatsoever. Love her to death. But she accused me of that, right? No problem. Then we go on to acknowledge there are many others who didn't do enough of a job of promoting the WNBA. You know why we didn't do a better job of promoting the WNBA? Because the numbers, the eyeballs, the interest, the sizzle, the headlines were not there. No one cared. The public didn't care. And so now you have somebody, that has the world caring, and you say to her, well, you know what?
A lot of niggas
we want to make purely basketball decisions.
Here now, because now they starting to have. Let's keep it a book. They starting to have the women. They having more attractive looking women up here. Joe Budden made a funny ass joke on his last pod. He was like, I think more people watching because these girls actually seem to be straight. Like they actually seem to be girls that actually like men. And it's a joke. I know it sounds crazy, but I think guys are tuning in more for the Angel Reeses, for the Juju Smiths, for the LSU teams, South Carolina teams. These women, you know, these black queens, man. They're tuning in to watch the black queens, man. So it ain't all about Caitlin Clark, bro. Like Angel Reese is bringing a fan base. You know what I'm saying?
It's the right thing to do, and we got to be worried about how other people are going to feel. But you're still complaining about the max salary being $250,000. You're still complaining about the absence of eyeballs. You're still complaining about the lack of headlines and notoriety and pub and cachet. You're complaining about all of these things. And the one person who has proven they can alleviate that concern, that could ultimately serve to benefit the better whole, now we want to sit up there and get all altruistic and stuff and talking about, hey, it's about the sanctity of the game and the level of competition. You're going to win by 30 without her, just like you'd win by 30 with her. It don't make a difference. You make the call because of the betterment of the whole in the end. That is not compromising your integrity. That is business. And y'all are going to find that out.
Stephen A., I hear you, but
I think
they won game one by 9. They won game 1 by 9 in the last Olympics. They barely won the first game. It was single, and then another game was by 11. So, like, I get what you're saying, but if the committee's thinking basketball and the committee's thinking gold medal and the committee's thinking long-term what Caitlin will be as an Olympian when she has more strength, more physicality, more chemistry with the players on that team, Caitlin's superstardom, when she's ready to meet the moment, will grow the game in the long run. It'll grow the game.
So they did it for her well-being.
Bigger picture thing.
So you're saying, so they did it for her well-being. That's what you're saying? They're looking up to Caitlin. They care about her well-being.
Stephen A., it's not
No,
her well-being.
they did it because
That's literally not what I said.
They did
Putting the best team out there.
They did it because the reason. Sorry, yeah.
Go ahead, Sinead.
To me, they did it because people that fall in love with women's basketball fall in love for a different reason. They don't come to be entertained. They come to see the purity of the game. That has been consistent throughout the existence of the WNBA. Are we at a pivotal moment? Absolutely. But that moment is not a sprint. It is a marathon. And if we're thinking about marathon in the best interest of Caitlin Clark, it might be putting her in a position to make her global debut where she can succeed, potentially in Los Angeles, surrounded by a team of players that she has played against and played with.
If you thinking about that marathon, then don't be holding people accountable for not promoting the sport more. Oh, don't do that. Can't have it both ways. If you're thinking about the marathon, we got to slow walk it, right? We got to slow walk. We got to crawl before we walk, right? We got incremental steps and improvement, right?
All right.
You can't sit up there. Let's be careful now.
Because we're not beating.
Stephen A., what'd you just say last week when we were on the show together? What'd you just say about Asia Wilson? What were your words about Asia Wilson? that she was the most marketable player in the sport. I
think she's the GOAT standard.
You said that. So when this Olympics comes up, we should have first take segments. We should have first take segments on what A'ja Wilson does in the Olympics, and then people will watch because you say it. Because you already said that about A'ja, so we're already going to talk about the Olympics conference.
No, that's not TV work.
Hey, guys, I have to get into commercial break.
That's not how TV works.
Y'all want to speak on them and give them the same energy. Y'all give these other women the same energy. The game will grow, but y'all don't. Stephen A. don't even pay attention to the WNBA. He just started getting on WNBA coverage. And now Disney Master Boss telling you to talk more about old white girl. That's what you gonna do. Same for Shannon Sharp. Massa wants you to talk more about his aunt, his little cousin, little granddaughter. You know, and yeah, that's what you gonna do when A'ja Wilson been balling. Well, I couldn't find the clip, y'all. It was looking like they deleted it or something, or maybe it wasn't a live. I couldn't find it. But basically, Rosenberg went in on Stephen A. for his whole take on the Caitlin Clark, being taken out, of the Olympic roster. Rosenberg view was, hey, bro, like these women trying to fight and play for the integrity of the game. They want people to actually watch the game for the game and how we play as a collective, not just come view the game for this white girl that barely played 20 games and only got 30 points in one game. So man, shout out to Rosenberg. I feel like his take was actually solid, man. I'm not a big fan of Hot 97, but it was a solid take by Rosenberg. Just kind of like, hey, bro, like, why you trying to take away the integrity of this game? We don't do this with the NBA. It just seems like you letting Disney and Massa compromise, the integrity of this game. So that's all it really was, man. And they went back and forth on it and had they conversations. But tell me what y'all think, man. Y'all think Caitlin Clark should have made that team? She should stay off the team and prove herself some more, get better, get stronger, get faster. Tell me what y'all think, man. And remember, like, comment, subscribe, man, so we can stay in the algorithm, get in the algorithm, and really keep these cranking out. So I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Like I always say, stay positive, stay in your lane, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Peace.